Hello. Hey, everybody. So we're going to the Englewood City Council meeting.
Oh, that's a museum.
It is. It's the Cinderella City Museum.
They should get a copyright. They stole the coach's.
So we need to ask a question. Hi there. So I need some clarification on whether it's an active polling place right now.
I don't know the answer to that. I haven't even asked about that. I haven't discussed any of that.
And do we know where it's at?
I don't. I just got here to fill it, so.
'Cause
I have
there's
no idea about
signage.
any of the polling tonight.
You're filling in, huh? Because there's signage on the door that says it's a polling place.
I have not read any of it tonight. I have no idea. I cannot give you an honest answer on that.
Okay, well then we better relegate ourselves to in here because it's a crime to film X amount of feet from a polling place. And I am very aware of that. And it's not up here, so we're just gonna stay in here.
Yeah. How many feet do you have to be away, do you know?
I think
100?
it's 25, I don't know.
Is it 100?
Could be. It's all this metal,
It says it every time.
just for me.
Yeah.
Oh, and for her. Lucky you.
Yay.
This is Elizabeth, my data analyst, team lead.
Number cruncher. Number one number cruncher. So do I sign in over here?
Well, let's see what all this says. Oh, look.
Public comment. Oh, is it already full? Family count, 5.
Irrigation pipes where clubhouse siding needs to be replaced. But the program that they're looking at, I think, will maintain Broken T's position in the market. And I think that they can do this with modest rate increases and remain, an affordable golf value for people in the Englewood community. I think that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. I know there's more, so.
Some needs that we have identified, I'm going to discuss just briefly some of the facility projects and cost estimates that we're looking at, and mostly relating to the clubhouse exterior needs a facelift. The siding, gutters, windows do need to be replaced. That would be our top priority. There are some repairs that need to be done.
So let's take a look what's going on here this evening. Oh, okay, so they're having public hearings. So there are items on the agenda to provide hearing comments before they pass a certain item agenda. And
So what do they mean by natural medicine?
Oh, so I think this
marijuana?
is a hookah thing. I don't know. I don't follow this stuff because it doesn't matter because they do what they want anyway,
Right.
right? So let's scan what all the rules are that aren't cited in any code or law here. This is interesting. Okay, let's make sure we have this all on recording. And this also is public record right here. No, you're fine.
I'm a genius.
No, I think you're good.
I mean, you don't need to waste paper like that.
It's just in front and back. Again, none of this is cited in any city code or law. So what they do is they just make stuff up on the fly. No booing, clapping, yelling, speaking off mic, or speaking in response to or during a speaker's comments. So essentially, you cannot even talk when they decide you cannot talk. That's interesting. Maybe ask to leave if interrupt or disrupt the meeting. Maybe ask to leave if interrupt. Okay. No flash photography except during recognitions. Video recording only in the back of the room. Isn't that interesting? So, here we are, just chilling. So what's going on in there is the study session for the council meeting. Would you all like to see my shirt? Is it coming back?
Yeah. Are we back?
Ta-da!
Yay! Isn't that the cutest top? And her sparkle boots, I love them. They're too cute.
Excuse me one moment, I'm gonna take this call.
Okay. Oh, hi, Bokomo. Let me see. I had to take my glasses off. Oh, how cute. The shirt. I know, isn't this shirt cute, guys? I love it. Hi, Nathaniel. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Ben. Yes, I'm doing wonderful today. I actually had some cysts removed from the top of my dome this morning. So I'm doing pretty good. Oh, Dr. Broden, how are you? God, I talk so loud. Hello, Irish. Right? Irish, my darling dear, so good to see you. Glasses back on real quick so I can see where I'm going. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Josh, how's Josh tonight?
Pretty good.
I love it.
You gotta make do with what you got.
I love it.
I love it. Okay. We're on the outside of the glass again. Hey, Katie. Oh, you're working on the documentary in Santa Monica? Oh, nice. God, I haven't been to Santa Monica in so long. Yeah, the fishbowl view. That's funny.
And so in the chambers, we have Division Chief Chad Reed here tonight. He's not usually here. I guess Vance Fender is gone. I don't know. But that's who's sitting at the cop table inside the chamber this evening.
Oh.
So
And who is he?
he's like a division chief,
Oh, okay.
I guess. He's been around for a while. I don't know what his exact title is. Let me find out. What is Chad Reed's exact title? Investigation. Who's division chief of the chamber? Claire? Thank you. Yeah, so he's division chief of investigations,
Oh, okay.
Chad Reed.
So do they take turns sitting here or they just?
Well, it's always usually been Fender or Watson. Didn't used to be any of them. Right,
Right.
till they decided to start shutting them down. So the regular meeting starts at 7. This is the study session.
What are they doing? You're
They,
studying stuff?
yeah, they do presentations during the study session.
Oh, I left my water over there. Hang on. Here, guys, you come with me get my water. I leave it everywhere I go. I'd leave my head if it wasn't attached.
I got an exercise.
Yeah, I know about that. Are you? Yeah, I don't.
All I have to do is press
Okay.
this.
All right. You do you.
When I'm calling up or when I'm going up, I'm gonna turn it.
No, Bokomo, that's not Johnny. I thought it was at first too. I don't know his name, sorry.
So I'm gonna put the link in this chat. Hey, everybody, how we doing in here? Bokomo, hey, Bokomo, do you have the link to put in here? And then I'm gonna see if I can pin it. I don't think I can pin a link to the top of the chat unless we are in StreamYards. But people aren't gonna be able to hear this meeting, so the link to the City of Englewood's live stream. BC Watchdog, what's going on? DJ, how are you? Dubwebs, good to see you guys. Is our Health, Wealth, and Hope RN in here tonight? Good to see you. So yeah, hang with us. We're just, we're gonna see what they do for public comment tonight. We don't know.
Right?
We don't know what to expect. They make stuff up as they go along, bottom line. And so as all of you know, that last meeting that I was at here, which was that 2 weeks ago? I guess it's been 2 weeks ago.
Gosh, already?
They went ahead and tried to use some state law to have me charged with disrupting a meeting because they're essentially trying to say that the mayor has authority to tell me to leave. If this is a law that we end up having to challenge after trial in a higher court, we're definitely going to do that. I do have full attorney representation on both the criminal piece and the newest exclusion. For those of you that knew, they had a Englewood cop serve me an exclusion notice right before the hearing of the last exclusion that they gave me from the library that they ended up losing. So they thought they were going to ban me from the public meeting. Well, there is an appeal process. You can't just ban people from a public meeting like they think they can. This is really on the advice of Tamara Niles, the city attorney. This woman, she's finally been exposed. I mean, she's just literally a box of rocks. And she has been giving the board all this advice, and they're too stupid to know that they shouldn't follow it, right? So they're going to follow it. And then they're going to depend on her to save them, or whatever it is that they have agreed upon. I don't quite know. What's happening? Look who's here. Hey, hold on, everybody. We got a surprise guest here this evening, and this is a big damn deal. Get ready, because it's Nicole.
Hey!
And her beautiful daughter.
Aw.
Thanks, good, that's a bonus. Good, you too. Thanks, dear. I'm glad you're, yeah, I'm so.
You guys are twins. Oh my God, you guys, there's no denying that one. Yes, yes.
So, for those of you that remembered Nicole, it's been a long time since we were able to catch up, and we've been catching up because Nicole is in a whole different situation in her life, and she has her beautiful daughter back in her life.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yay.
So this is a big damn deal, you guys. And they came to join us here this evening. And Ben, thanks for popping in. So we're just going to chat here for a second, and we'll be right back.
Back to the fishbowl.
Do you have any idea what they're going over right now?
No, not a clue.
I don't personally know any of these people, so I'm just addressing them as actual people.
Yeah, yeah. The rules actually say you can't call out one person specifically. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I mean, it is, but luckily for me, I don't know any of them. I
Right?
don't have any history with them. I'm just speaking them as a born and raised citizen of Englewood, Colorado. who is also a homeless advocate to the T. I mean, I'm homeless to show that it's the way we should all live. It's the way to take the power back from the government because they make the money off our rent. It
Oh,
rolls
yeah.
up. So if we all said,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
it, we're gonna go homeless, it's comfortable. This guy has lived out there for 10 years. We can do it too.
Right?
They'd run out of their money. That's what they're worried about.
Exactly. That's why I always say we vote with our dollar.
Exactly.
Don't vote. Don't go to the poll and put your votes in.
That's
That
pointless.
that's totally
They could throw
pointless.
them off into a ditch.
Right? Our dollars is what tells them if we're happy or not.
I'm here to offer my services as the potential sign holder and dictator of Englewood, Colorado.
That's awesome.
Just like in Duloc, where Farquaad was dictator, I could be the sign holder on the side of the marriage stage. Cry now, awe now, clap now, rejoice remorsefully now.
That's funny.
I mean, that's basically what they want. They want someone on the side of the stage over here.
Oh, yeah.
holding that sign, when it's okay to clap, when it's okay, what it's okay to talk about.
Right? Exactly.
Like, I know they don't see that way, but we are their subjects in their mind.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's why I came as a serf. We'll walk up there. Hi, this is Josh Bull. I was born and raised in the city of Englewood.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Look at these old fogies over here. These are the founding people, I think. I don't know. Maybe mayors. Bunch of white folks.
Wonder how many of them are Freemasons.
Right?
Oh, that one at the top left was definitely Freemason.
Oh.
Demonic.
100%. 100%.
He looks like he's sold out.
Yeah, I was gonna say he sold his soul. Definitely. Definitely sold his soul.
And the guy on the far right too.
I don't want that to be a deterrent for you.
That's nuts.
Okay. Well, Nicole has some things to say about their contract with Dick's Towing. And for those of you, yeah, that's her. Yeah. So for those of you that have been around for a while and have followed Nicole's story, you know we've been to hell and back.
Yeah.
They took her home. She's in a much better situation right now, but I'm not gonna make that story public. That's her story to either make public or not. So, you know, I don't know what's gonna happen as far as if they're gonna let her talk or not.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right? Right, because if you're homeless, how are you supposed to put an address down? What, you can't talk? Do not count? Are there, I haven't seen a text, or,
So, right here.
oh.
Yeah, it's all right. Is the meeting being live streamed, truth and reality? Yeah, it is. So, right there, Bokomo put a link in there. You're not going to be able to hear very good on my stream. You're going to have to go to the city's YouTube page and watch it if you want to hear it at the podium. Because I'm relegated to the back of the room because I have to follow rules, apparently, or they're going to write a warrant for me every time I'm here.
Found a way around that too.
Right? I love it. I love it.
Policy procedures and
So this new police chief starts November 12th.
I mean, he's gonna have something to with his radios and all my other procedures. He's gonna have something to contend with.
I like it. I like it. People taking action. DJ in my town, you can give a location, like under the bridge. Yeah, not in Englewood because they want to shut down speech. They want to
Big time.
silence. They only want people up there talking that they want up there talking. And that's the damn truth.
Well, how they tried to ban you from here, that's the same thing Sheridan did to us when we got arrested. They tried to say we weren't allowed in there at all.
Yeah.
And we specifically said to the judge, that's not right. And she goes, yeah, you're right, it's not right. So yeah, you can go there for those meetings.
Yep.
They can't. Yeah,
Yep.
they can't.
And just FYI, on this criminal charge they gave me, it's under Title 18, which is a state law, and it's a mandatory protection order. This is another thing that we've got to start unraveling because these cops are getting all these protection orders on themselves.
I
Yeah.
got one, Crowley got one
Yep.
on me.
Yep.
He's the one that threw me in the wall.
Yep.
He gets one.
And he got a protection order on her because they charged her with interference.
Assaulting and assaulting a police officer,
Yeah.
because he grabbed my arm and I knocked his hand off, said, don't touch me.
And so what
It's
would
a-
that
Yeah.
do for later? Like, why would
They
do
dismissed
that?
it.
18-1-704.
They dismissed it, but in the meantime, they had to try to hem her up because Crowley,
yeah.
it was an
They ended up
excessive
dropping
force
charges.
case is what it was, and it was in Denver. So they charge her, and automatically, it's a protection order for the cop. And so under Title 18, a mandatory protection order is put in place for me being charged with disrupting a public meeting. And so the judge gets to set, well, the DA is supposed to set the parameters to that. Well, this time they decided to do it right and didn't try to ban me from the whole building. But that's the stipulation, that I can't have any new law offenses. Right? So we know how that works. Because the cops are so honest, they go out and create new charges on you and hem you up. So that revokes that protection order and that PR bond, right? You know the cycle. So they do it with pointed intention, and they're gonna hem me up with something during these criminal proceedings. They're gonna charge me with something again. And another one of the parameters on the protection order is will not intimidate or harass a witness, right? And so they've got a witness list. They already put together their witness list of Tamara Niles, the cop that was here that night, Cagliano, and Joe Anderson, and Othaniel Sierra, the mayor, are witnesses, and then some other cops. So, yeah, so you've got all these public officials who apparently you cannot scrutinize, right? Because then that will become intimidation or harassment if you're scrutinizing them, you see? So they're gonna be running to the cops every 5 minutes for the next 6 months, trying to get me charged with violating this protection order.
Right.
You watch. You watch. And so that's why my attorney stepped back up and said that she was going to represent me on both the exclusion order and the criminal case. Because we fully expect them to continue their games. It's going to cost this, by the time these attorney fees rack up, we're probably talking 20, 30 grand by the time this is all done. Gary, how are you?
I'm still alive.
You want me to take that?
I was not able to do anything for 2 months. In his third month, they allowed me to get out. Granulated food.
You know what I was in last year?
What?
Joshua Jericho.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know the story of Jericho?
I can't say that I do. I couldn't, to be honest.
He was ordered by God to march an army to Jericho and blow horns with his army outside the walls of Jericho for 7 days and 7 nights straight. On the seventh night, after the seventh day, the walls came crumbling down as if by magic. And I mean, wouldn't it be interesting if I lived up to my namesake and got all of Englewood City to Englewood City Hall and stood outside clapping for 3 days and 3 nights?
Right? That would be amazing.
And brought the whole building down just because of our clapping.
Right? Exactly.
I think they couldn't work at that.
Yeah, I know. Nope. Right, Hope? Make them pay is right.
We made a mistake not fighting the city.
It's bullshit.
The courts didn't notify us in time. We should have fought that and delayed the thing. We couldn't stop it.
The second they tell me I can't be up there with my word, I'm gonna leave. And I got the money instantly.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see the shenanigans they're gonna pull tonight.
I mean, they don't know how fast they can drop into a lawsuit. So, I mean, as soon as they say you can't be up here speaking while you're on the phone with your lawyer.
Carrie, there's just like no, you know.
Right? Huh? Right?
And my lawyer's there to witness it, so.
Thank you. Come again. Yep. Right?
I'll wrap them up one by one. You know what I put on there for my subject matter tonight? Things they don't want to hear.
That's awesome. I wrote homeless because I figure they probably think I want to talk shit about them. But it's not.
It's our right to talk shit about them.
Right? No, I hear ya.
The agents of the police are ordered by the courts to show more scrutiny to discernment about our words towards them.
Yep. Oh, I gotta see. Oh yeah, Irish. Okay, Jeff. I just caught up with the comments here. Yeah, I am gonna do the dance tonight, y'all. Just wait for it.
I wonder if anyone's gonna tell me who I am.
Yeah.
When I get up there, I'm gonna tell them, hey, can anyone tell me who I know my costume is?
That's funny. I'll let Regan know.
They arrested me for asking money for purchasing one.
Yeah, right? Oh, Hope, good to see you. You have a good night as well. Thank you for being in here.
No, that's why they beat the hell out of you, because they got to have access to you over a fucking parking garage. That's why. And then you ended up beating it, so they have no reason to even make contact with you. Exactly. And we beat both of those.
Yes, Regan is live. Here, I'll show you. Say hi, Regan. Sup, sup. Yes, yes. No lives. No lives.
So this is who I try to go. It's a signs holder from Shrek.
Oh my God, that's so perfect.
You want to show them real quick?
Yes.
What I'm going as?
Yes, see this? That's who this is. the sign holder from Shrek.
Yeah, it depends.
We're not sure if Regan is going to speak. She has signed up.
Yes, ma'am, me too.
I think they just started because they just gave the Pledge of Allegiance. Did they start? Okay. I think we're going in.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not, the whole standing thing, constitutional, so I wasn't gonna do it.
Okay.
The guy from the, office back there came out, he took and the registration paper showing where I got registration that evening.
Yeah.
Back, he said that he sent it to the committee or something, traffic or something like that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then, the lady got there and spoke to that evening that I got the ticket.
Okay, we're going in, y'all. They said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. Was that 985 or?
Yeah, 95.
Okay. City clerk, are we able to get that corrected?
Yes, I can update it and you can submit it.
Perfect. Any other changes to the rules that you saw?
No, I do not see the others.
All right, perfect. Can I get a motion
Josh
to
is
approve
from the
5A,
character in Shrek.
5A as amended?
The guy that holds the sign
Thank you, Member Russell. Can I get a
in
second?
the arena.
Thank you, Member Crane. Can you please vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Anderson.
Aye.
Member Cunningham. Member Crane. Member Russell. Aye. Member Ward.
So that other guy I was just talking to,
Mayor Sierra.
he's the guy that they were serving an exclusion notice
Moving on to recognition.
the day of
Tonight, Englewood City Council would like to recognize the recipients of the
Liz and I
2024
going
Neighborhood
to
Improvement Program.
the library board meeting.
The neighborhood improvement grant provides up to $3,000 for a neighborhood project that activates gathering spaces, celebrates neighborhood character, and brings neighbors together. The 2024 Neighborhood Improvement Grants recipients are Tracy Sabina. Tracy and her neighbors in Hawthorne are turning the northwest corner of Bard Park into a native plant food forest garden with walking paths and places to sit. Andrew Forlines, I saw Andrew here earlier. Andrew and neighbors in Bellevue Park are putting together a children's activity book with an emphasis on neighborhood engagement. The activity book will be in English and in Spanish. Meg Donaldson is Meg in attendance.
I don't know if I'm gonna speak tonight or not.
Guess
Guess it's gonna depend on whether or not they call me.
The lot will be repainted and a pergola will be installed to help reduce heat on the lot and the neighborhood continues efforts to improve and make the space more inviting. And Stephanie Aiken. Stephanie will install a little seed library in the corner of Bannock and Dartmouth. The library will be filled with native flowers and vegetable seeds. These community members have taken the initiative of implementing new improvements in their neighborhoods by bringing neighbors together. They are committed to making their neighborhood a better place to live. The grant projects have enhanced neighborhood identity, pride, and connection between neighbors. Englewood City Council thanks you for your contributions and dedication to the city of Englewood. Thank you so much. All the recipients, I actually have awards or certificates for each of you. If you wouldn't mind coming up, we'd like to take a quick picture with you with your certificate of recognition as well. Thank you so much.
Zip.
There you go. Applause. No applause. Here we are, breaking the rules again.
All right, everyone, we're moving on to recognition of public comment. Recognition of public comment, this is an opportunity to address city council. There's an expectation that the presentation will be conducted in a respectful manner. Council may ask questions for clarification, but there will not be any dialogue, and please limit your presentation to 3 minutes. Englewood residents must provide your address or cross streets. Non-Englewood residents must provide the name of your city. If you have addressed council in the last 90 days, you will be moved to the bottom of the list, and written materials may be submitted to the city clerk in advance or at the meeting. Audio-visual materials must be submitted to the city clerk by 5 p.m. on Thursday prior to the meeting, and public comment will be limited to 90 minutes total. Tonight we have a few speakers, and so I'll just start at the top. Up first is Andrew Forlines with no topic.
That's the guy that runs the Allied contract.
Okay, Andrew, if you wouldn't mind just stating your name and your address or crossroads.
Sure.
Turn on the mic, there should be like a star.
Okay. Thank you. I'm Andrew Forlines. I'm at the crossroads of South Inca and Layton Avenue in Bellevue Park neighborhood. I'd like to just make some recommendations about the park services that we have. The bond is coming up, and I think with that, a lot of attention's been given. One of my concerns is accessibility for all residents. There are some pay.
If you can't hear, you can go to that link that Bokomo is posting.
Penguin Farm, the train at Bellevue Park, some of the rec center things. And I would like to make sure that we consider having free days for residents, whether it's a free day for all or residents focused. Some of the other ways of doing it would be something similar to the culture pass that the libraries have, where there are a certain amount of tickets or admissions set aside that can be accessed through the library. We're partnering with the library for kids to earn tokens to some of these amenities through reading programs or other initiatives like that to get more engagement in that way. But just want it on the mind when we're doing a vote for parks bond. I think about the parks, making sure that all the amenities are accessible to all, even when there are paid amenities, and we find ways to include those for everybody. So, thank you.
Mr. Forlines, thank you very much for your presentation tonight. Any questions for members of council? Seeing none, thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Up next is Brenda Hupka, here to discuss library hours. Good evening, Brenda. If you could just state your name and your address or cross streets.
Yes, Brenda Hupka, Fox and Jefferson Streets. Good evening, council.
This woman ran for city council.
I'm speaking on behalf of a group of mostly
She lost.
seniors that have been attending an ongoing book club that I've been moderating.
She gets
since
online
2018. I'm seeking something that's fair
and
equitable
harasses the hell
access
out of
to the
Englewood
library for our
residents that
own
come
folks.
speak.
I don't believe any request by the Parks Director and library staff has ever been denied by this council or any previous recent council. You've converted part-time staff to full-time, you've limited the entrances, hired extra security guards, increased the overall Parks and Rec budget year over year, and in 2019, we removed 4 hours a week from the access. And that wasn't something that the patrons asked for you to do. I was informed by library manager Beth after the 2025 budget hearing, by the way, that the library will no longer support the night group called Night Dolls at Night. And what they normally do is just, we pick books at the beginning of the year, they round them up for us and make them available. I moderate it, and they've not had to do really much of anything else. Beth will continue to let us use the conference room, and Director Underhill just told me that they'll let us begin staying there all the way to 7:30. The last 5 years, we did the bums rush at 7:15 because 7:30 is lights out. Now, the other book clubs they will continue to support, for instance, Books at the Bar. This is something where they go to area restaurants, not limited to Englewood, by the way. It's very popular, and I wouldn't want that canceled. But it does rub some members the wrong way in that the library will continue to support and they moderate and they attend the Books at the Bar Club that begins at 6:30 and goes till 8 o'clock. So it just seems to me that if one group of people receive library services until 8, shouldn't all citizens receive library services until 8. So I'm asking you to amend the budget tonight on second reading to match the hours of Littleton's Bemis Library, which is 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m., just Monday through Thursday. This is only an additional 2 hours per week, or 104 a year. I believe that's on CD 43 on your agenda. Note also that the attendance at the library has increased this last year by 210%. The budget that you're approving tonight is over $10 million. I do believe there's wiggle room in there for these hours. They can also just provide you a budget supplemental at the next year. Again, there shouldn't be any additional security costs that I'm aware of, because according to Dwight, they don't go home at 7:30. They stay either till 9 or 10 o'clock, it depends on the week. I'm just asking for council to restore some fairness tonight. Thank you.
Ms. Sumter, thank you very much for coming tonight. Any questions from members of council? Go ahead, Member Ray.
Thank you, please, thank you. Thank you for being here, and I read some of the emails ahead of time. For the, I already forgot the library club that you have.
Novels at night, yeah.
Thank you. What type of ask, other than staying there until 7:30? I read something about book kids and that type of stuff. Are we asking the staff to do for the novels at night book club?
Well, like I said, they only have to give us supplies, a conference room. Normally that's $10. I don't know if there's a big demand for conference rooms at 6 o'clock at night, but they formally would round up books. You know, we vote at the beginning of the year, we pick a bunch, and every month they go to the apartment libraries and have books transferred to us to make them available. And then there'll only be like 4 or 5 books sometimes, and that's okay. I can download a digital copy, sometimes that's free. They're not gonna do that anymore. I'll get the books, or I'll use one of the preformed book club kits that you can also get from the library. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, so my other question is for books at the bar, would they be rounding up books still and not for the books at night?
You're correct. They'll do that for novels at night, but I mean for books at the bar, and they'll attend that. They've been attending it for 5 years. To moderate, what you do is you just find a series of maybe discussion questions, and I would print those out beforehand at my club anyway. Sometimes I've asked the librarian to do it for me if I'm stumped or if I can't find any, but 90% of the time I would just do this. So for books in the bar, the library does do that. Finds discussion questions, brings them books down wherever, and they make dinner reservations, or if possible, for the whole year out. So they have a schedule that they print out, and they can tell you every restaurant they're going to or bar, and they're there now, as a matter of fact. I think it's tonight.
Okay. All right, I mean, we need to talk to you about one person question. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Member Ray.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. I'm just curious, when you were offered the opportunity to learn about how to collect the books, was that process explained to you? Is there any idea on staff time or burden to be able to go through that process to support one book club over another?
He wasn't explaining to me how to do that, no. I don't know, I'm not a librarian, but I do have a college degree, so I can figure it out. And I don't know how much staff time it takes, because honestly, they have their own system. It's like an online system, right? And it must just be like, if you were to go online and say, oh, I'd really like to read this book, but it's at the Bemis Library, you can have selected to have it transferred. So in this case, I would have to figure out how you get books from different libraries in the system so that you get all of them in one place. I just figure you must search online and it'll show you where all the copies are, I think. I don't know.
I appreciate that answer. Is it appropriate to make a council request?
Actually, can we wait until after all speakers and then we'll make a check for that point? Thank you, Member Frank. Brenda, just a question. So what is the impact if the hours were to stay the same as of what is currently within the budget?
Well, we'll be staying there to 7:30, I guess, from now on. Like I told you, we would always get kicked out of there. I don't know if the library will continue or create more clubs that go up until 8 o'clock. There doesn't seem to be any guardrails on that. But like I said, we would prefer to have started at 6:30 ourselves. We moved our book club, council changed the hours, we moved it to 6 o'clock so we could at least get an hour and 15 minutes. So we don't have an option really to move around our time.
Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Any further questions? Seeing none, Brenda, thank you very much for your time tonight. Up next is Kathleen Bailey here to speak about the Affordable Housing Task Force. No, actually, so we have two Kathleen Baileys here, so we put you on two lists, apparently, Kathleen, so you're up now. Good evening, Kathleen, if you could just state your name and your address for cross streets.
Sure. Kathleen Bailey, Jason and Union. Good evening, City Council. When an Affordable Housing Task Force was first floated, I pictured the result would be a proud Habitat for Humanity housing complex as part of our city center redevelopment. Instead, I found staff had led the task force towards supporting implementation of staff's high-density cottage zoning in R1 under the guise of providing affordable housing. Cottage zoning allows the subdivision of a single R1 lot to build 5 to 6 individual very small homes that, like ADUs, are too small to raise a family in. So while continuing to allow the scraping of existing affordable homes in another residential zone, staff are promoting high-density cottage zoning in R1 without providing a single affordable home to raise a family in. And equally alarming, to expedite implementation, staff are encouraging the staff force to reduce costs for developers by eliminating existing safety laws and regulations and eliminating or reducing current application of procedure requirements in order to fast-track cottage zoning in R1. I'm submitting 3 questions to this council body. I know you won't have time to give me a response or anything. Question 1. Initially, the task force was seriously looking at developing affordable housing on city-owned public property. The city owns a considerable amount of city center public property. I'm aware some of it is encumbered by land leases and some of it is not, but staff intends to redevelop all of it. So why did staff tell the task force that there weren't any developable public property for building affordable housing? Question 2. The task force also expressed interest in building affordable housing on light industrial or commercial properties, but staff also failed to support that as well. Why did staff not offer to facilitate acquiring such a property by seeking grants or low-interest loans for affordable housing developments? Question 3. Staff worked hard to both illustrate and promote their high-density cottage zoning in R1 under the guise of claiming affordable housing crisis. If staff also claims an affordable housing crisis, why has staff not amended the bulk claim law back to its original dimensions and stopped the ongoing scraping of our existing affordable housing? Our city already has non-conforming structures, so staff cannot use concern for creating non-conforming structures as justification for ongoing scraping of existing affordable housing, especially while staff are simultaneously claiming an affordable housing crisis while trying to fast-track high density into R1 neighborhoods. Thank you for your time.
Ms. Bailey, thank you very much for your time tonight. Any questions from members of council? Go ahead, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Ms. Bailey, have you attended or watched the entire video of every meeting with the Affordable Housing Task Force?
No, I haven't watched everything. I have read, I've been fascinated by this. I didn't expect to find an issue with it, but I have read, you know how each meeting has a long presentation of likes and interests and things like that, some discussion. I have been watching that, and everything seemed to be quite interesting, and a lot of things were mentioned that were exactly what I was anticipating for Affordable Housing Task Force. It was only when I did attend, first the funding affordable housing, when I found out they were told they weren't going to be
question is, are you aware, who is facilitating the meetings? The city has hired a facilitator to an outside party to facilitate the meetings, not city staff?
Again, you're talking to someone who, has experienced things. I've lived here for over 35 years, and I've dealt with city council and staff for a long time. So I have a different perspective of how I view the structure of how the city gets what it wants.
So can you just, are you aware that there's?
Yeah, she did explain that she is, although she did also say, you know, that staff provided her as a facilitator for the task force.
Okay, that's helpful, thank you.
Thank
I'll get
you.
more response.
All right, thank you.
Any further questions? Ms. Bailey, thank you for your time tonight. Up next is Elizabeth, topic being homelessness. Or homeless, sorry.
Wish we could clap.
Good evening, Elizabeth. You just state your name and your address for Cross Streets.
My name is Elizabeth. My address is 1428 Elm Street, Springwood, Ohio.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Elizabeth. I thought living on Elm Street is a nightmare until I saw the city of Englewood. It's a scary place if you're homeless or a homeless advocate. Here, you will be criminalized and falsely arrested for standing up for your rights if you're just a homeless. I've seen your police leave homeless folks to die on a bench in negative degree weather after giving a citation. This man physically could not walk due to frostbite on his feet. Luckily, there was a homeless advocate nearby and witnessed the entire thing go down. This cold snap was really detrimental to this man. He ended up losing his leg and was given a citation and was criminally cited. He couldn't walk. He was eating his pills from the hospital that they gave it to him for his frostbite. He was eating that for food. And your policemen still want to give him a citation. She is solely responsible for this man being alive today, actually. She took him to get his leg amputated. This was back in January. And she still, to this day, takes him to rehabilitation, physical rehabilitation. Also takes him to purchase his groceries. She takes care of this man. She's found temporary housing for him. And yet Englewood just wants to give him a citation and tell him, sorry, you can't exist. You're dying on a bench. I personally have attempted to help one of your homeless constituents off the streets here in Englewood. And let me tell you that your flyer full of resources that you have listed that you're so proud to hand to everybody and say, oh, did you call these numbers? Let me tell you, those numbers don't work. It's horrible. Have any of you ever attempted to help somebody get off the streets? It's damn near impossible. That list of resources is as useful as wiping your ass. Honestly, you get more use out of it. And you're all so proud of it. I bet none of you have called a single one of those numbers for a soul. I've seen the way you treated homeless advocates who stand here with loud mouths and you don't like them. Who cares? You're the government.
Elizabeth, your 3 minutes are up. Thank you very much for your time tonight. Any questions for members of council? Of course not. Seeing none, Elizabeth, thank you for your time tonight. Before we go to the next speaker, sir, I think you're recording. There's no recording allowed from the bench. If you do want to record, you can go to the back of the room to record from that spot, sir.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Sir, so if you could just stop recording or move to the back of the room to finish your recording, you can do it at that point.
If you do not, take
Mr. Pinkerton, no, Mr. Pinkerton,
Sir,
hey, call the order. Mr. Pinkerton, I give you the information to either go to the back of the room or turn off the equipment. So those are the two options, sir.
No, see, this is for
All right,
my
okay,
protection.
That's-
This is for my
All right,
protection.
everyone, so I have asked I believe it's Mr. Pinkerton, I may be wrong.
It's Baker Lane, not
Baker
Baker
Lane.
Lane.
I have asked you to turn off the recording, sir. You haven't done so. Sir, since you haven't turned off the recording, I'm gonna ask you to leave this meeting.
You know what, I don't care because the other day
Mr.
I was
Pinkerton, I have
here.
asked you to leave the meeting.
Sir.
All right, everyone, I'm gonna ask for recess in order for, Mr. Pinkerton has not, Mr. Pinkerton has not left the meeting. Everyone, we're gonna recess for a quick 5 minutes while we just get,
Here they go again. They're gonna walk out.
No crime, it's on video. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Kyrie? Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about your cops?
This poor guy, last week, you should have seen what the cops were doing to him.
If it wasn't us, it'd be someone else. No, they said they ain't gonna touch me because they don't want a lawsuit. They don't want, I don't care. You need to lock me up. You know why? Because I need the money. Shoot, flat out. This man right here knows. He's a veteran. He even swore not to uphold the Constitution of the United
Look
States.
at Chelsea State up there.
Tyree cops were veterans.
There she
And
goes.
guess what? They got out of a private military, excuse me, I don't mean that towards you, but nowadays our military is tired, just like our officers are.
It's because they try to be tyrants over the meeting. The city has no clue what to do. They think they can silence everybody.
Of course not. Neither can the mayor either. All he did was run and hide. You got to scare the people that know their rights and stand up for them. You know that phrase, knowledge is power? Educate yourself. It's called the Constitution of the United States of America. Not the U.S. Constitution that business ties the United States, but the Constitution of the United States of America, 1776, read. And I understand why you guys are afraid of it. Because it tells you guys that I'm your boss. You guys will talk when
Look
I
at him.
talk, you guys will punch when I have to.
Yeah, he better fucking.
Huh? I have a constitutional right to be.
The meeting's in recess. Leave him alone.
For what? I'm not disrupting nothing. I'm standing up for my rights.
The meeting's in recess.
It's my constitutional right. Lock me up, man. Violate my rights.
Oh.
Violate my rights. We can talk right here. We can talk right here in front of all these witnesses. Just show them how much of a tyrant you are. I don't care what you would like. They can continue. They can continue.
The city is burying this
They can
poor guy.
continue. I'm holding them accountable. That's my
I met him the other day.
because I don't have to. They can continue me. I'll sit here and mind my own business till they start addressing
That's
me.
right.
Who said that?
Can't
can't?
record.
Rules. Okay, what does the Constitution say? Rules don't trump the Constitution.
That's right.
Rules don't trump the Constitution. I can record right here. I can record anywhere I want to in public. Yes, because the Constitution says that I have a constitutional right to film all
That
of them
stupid
in their
bitch right there in brown. This is all her.
I'm not doing it.
Her.
I'm not leaving either. I have a right to be here. I would have never got up and said nothing if you wouldn't address me.
Jesus, we're gonna have to bail this guy out of jail.
You can ask anybody here, everybody here is gonna stop sitting there, mind my own business until he address me.
That's right.
I'm not going nowhere. You asked me several times, and I refused several times, because I have a right to be here. Or what? Cited for what? I'm not disrupting
He
you.
told me he would never do it.
No, they took a recess because you're scared of me, because I know my rights. And then I'm gonna put them on Front Street and make them face their tyranny in front of all these other people right here, including the ones that got reported tonight. Because they want all you guys to believe that they're doing it just like you guys do. You guys want all of us to be blindly believe that you guys are doing your jobs the way you're supposed to. But you're not. Because if you did, sir, Mr. Officer, Mr. Public Servant, when I tell you to leave, you would leave and go back to work. Because I am your boss. I'm not leaving over. You leave, you go back to work.
Yeah, DJ, they went off the record, just like they did. Look, here's the fucking thugs. Here they come. Here come the fucking thugs. Here they come. Here's a co-responder.
I can record anywhere in public. This is public, right here where I was sitting. I can walk sitting right here, mind my own business.
He was doing nothing wrong.
I can record anywhere I want.
And they're gonna violate their oath. Watch them. Watch them.
Yeah, they will. You already signed it in here. I explained to you. Read the Constitution. Time pass homeland security. Okay? They will do this. You asked me.
You fucking assholes.
Where people have the right to defend.
just hop in.
You
Like, guys
fucking
wanna have
assholes.
seven for me, you have the right to defend him in this kind of situation. They have no lawful right to touch him.
I also have a Second Amendment right to defend myself against you guys
Maybe that's what-
and
that's
my
what-
government,
I
including the
suggest you all
cops.
look that up.
Watch okay, watch my phone.
I suggest you all look
Way
that
to
up.
stand there, first responder. Yeah, way to address a crisis. Here's fucking Englewood at work. Now we got this fucking tall fucking thug here for the giggle session. You fucking thugs. You proud of your work? Proud of your work? Josh, I need all his info so I can get him out.
This is what happens when we speak out against the whole city. Hell, I didn't even say anything, they addressed me.
He dressed me.
Look at how dare you-
Fuck the police!
No, you gotta speak.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You fucking oath-violating pieces of fucking shit! Every one of you! You fucking oath-violating pieces of fucking shit!
Free American citizens.
Every fucking one of you!
Colorado, you get arrested for sitting calmly at a city council meeting. All because they had to find a way to stall the meeting so certain people cannot speak for the first time.
Okay, then quit fucking quit fucking twerking on me. You ain't gotta be aggressive. I'm not resisting. Now can I stick it in my pocket? I gotta reach behind me to do that. And just so you know, my name's Zephaniah
Hey man, you're
Pickering.
rich. You're rich.
And and I probably will need a lawyer because
Don't worry,
I can't
I got
afford
you
one.
already.
But yeah, my name is Zephaniah Pickering. I live in Englewood, Colorado. My address 3651 South Cherokee Street. And they're mad because I've turned them in several times to Internal Affairs, and I called the United States District Attorney on them, had an investigation on them, and now they're retaliating.
Yep, clear retaliation. And you were sitting peacefully and quietly, no way to cause a disturbance until you were addressed unlawfully.
Right. Because I have a constitutional right to film anywhere in public. I was in public, minding my own business, not saying nothing to nobody.
Yep. And
Until they address
who
me.
knows? They didn't provide any sitting area for the media, the little media area.
But see, here in Englewood, in Colorado, this is how.
Hey, don't let them take your property. Listen, they're fucking thieves.
I know.
They're gonna fuck you over on your property because they're gonna take you to the police station, okay? You make sure that you go to that jail with the shit that you need to leave that jail, whether that's your phone, your wallet, whatever you need. Go home, you fucking pig! Nobody needs you, you fucking killer! This is the fucking killer right here. This is the fucking killer right here. Fucking pigs! You fucking oath-violating pigs! Every one of you fucking pigs!
Hey, don't jerk on me just because you did, dude. You did. You did jerk on me. You took me fucking hit my shoulder like
This
that.
is one dirty motherfucker right here. You watch yourself. You watch yourself. He is one fucking dirty fucking pig. He's a fucking killer. And he's gotta fucking go there by himself with this fucking killing cop. This motherfucker needed to lose his job fucking years ago. You fucking pig, Dirk. That's right. Run your fucking mouth, you fucking pig. Fucking pig. You fucking killer pig. Wow is right. Stick your fucking head up your ass, you piece of shit.
Yeah, but look at what they're doing. She has every right to do to act the way she's acting because they just arrest anyone that speaks out against.
Fuck.
This is how tyranny starts. Actually, it's far into it. Anyways.
They fucking bring a co-responder here and she fucking stands there.
Look at the army they brought for somebody who was exercising their rights.
I know. It's for our civics class. Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
And you fucking did it. And you did it. Pig. 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 Worthless.
Alright, good evening, we are now back. Up next, and apologies for that delay, Josh Boyle is up next to speak about, homeless advocate as well.
I don't feel like I could speak now. I want to get arrested. So maybe next time.
Thank you,
Josh, don't leave.
Nicole Gill,
Oh.
the next speaker.
Did you see how they treated him? I'm just gonna stand out here.
No,
Chilled
Nicole.
speech.
Okay. Gary Kozak. You guys saw Gary.
Yep.
Alright. No, take your time, Gary, you're fine. Good evening, Mr. Kozak. If you could just state your name and your address or cross
Pig 1, Pig 2, Pig 3, Pig 4.
There you go.
There, Gary Kozak, Oxford, LaFan.
Thank you very much.
Been there all my life. It's 73 years. And I'm recovering from my surgery and stuff, and I try to follow some of what you got going on. I know the Sam's Automotive Project was one of my little projects, and Sam's himself has threatened us to us and all this, well, that's all fine and dandy. There is no lawsuit, and never will be from him. God bless him if he does. The city of Englewood don't have a few lawsuits. The construction has started. I have a major question for the city and the city council. Was there any asbestos abatement? Because that was constructed when asbestos was used. my neighbors, I'm representing several neighbors on the Pan Street. They come out to their car and they have to clean their windows off of their car from all the dust. Well, it's not just dirt dust, there's cement dust. And we have several children, grade school and lower, living in our neighborhood. Okay, in most construction sites, they come through and they water it down when they start digging up the dirt. Well, as they tore up the cement and stuff, they didn't do that either. I'm recovering.
Oh, we got more
from my
pigs
surgery.
on the
I've had
scene.
some more coffee and stuff than I normally do, but I have to blame some of that on the esophagus because I'm still having trouble from the surgery. I'm asking the city council to look into it, and I know I had called in representation of my neighbors because they called me and started complaining about it. And so now I'm addressing the city council. And I hope that there will be more done to protect the health and wealth of our neighborhood. We already know the street violation is going to be too massive. Now, I'm going to turn to the little situation that just occurred. And God bless you, because you're going to get sitting over it.
Yeah.
Yes, he disrupted your meeting, but only on the mayor's direction. I can sit here on my phone right here and I can be recording it, and you're gonna stop me? That's the press. If I'm a member of the press, he directed him to go back and record it as a member of the press. I said my piece. I hope nobody gets sick from the dust and stuff. That it's massive amounts of noise, but it's extremely dusty and dirty. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kozak, for coming tonight. Any questions from members of council? Seeing none, Mr. Kozak, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Up next is Mr. Irwin, here to talk about traffic calming. Good evening, Mr. Irwin. If you could just state your name and your address or cross streets.
Ivan Irwin, 4025 South Jason Street. Addressed the council before about the traffic calming on Jason Street, which is I'm sad to report they're wrapping it up. What they decided to do is pretty much finished. They opened up the street a couple of days ago. They got a little bit of stuff they're doing on the side of the crosswalk, which didn't interfere with traffic. It was beautiful for the last 3 or 4 months. Either Mansfield end of Jason was closed or the Oxford end of Jason was closed. The drivers didn't believe the signs that said the street is closed, and they'd come in one end, drive all the way to the other end, and they couldn't go through physically because of ditches and so forth. So they'd turn around and zoom back faster because they're mad. Okay, so we're promised a 4-inch raised crosswalk. Traffic guy was here showing that as a beautiful thing, and I interrupted and basically told him to shut up. So they went from a beautiful 4-inch raised crosswalk which would have required traffic to stop and then ease over. Now you go down there and talk to an engineer and he says, well, there's 3-inch rise. I defy any of you to walk down there and say there's a 3-inch rise. There may be, but it's imperceptible. It's smooth as silk now. It used to have crummy asphalt, which would, but now it's smooth as silk. So they roar by, and once the drivers who have been turning around after they finally realized it really was closed, find out it's not closed, they're roaring through. I think it's going to be brought up later this city council.
Lots of crime in Englewood. Oink, oink. M. Stober. Let's see, who else we got here? What's your name and badge number?
Jones, 96.9.
What's your name and badge number?
Shealy, 1103.
What's your badge number?
2310.
What's your name?
Stober.
And we got the first responder here for, mental health crisis people. What's your name and badge number?
Robert, 1704.
Mm-hmm. You fucking suck at your jobs, you fucking morons. And we're sick of it. You like my shirt tonight? You like it? Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yeah, bye-bye. Spend 2 hours on a fucking unlawful arrest. Oink, oink. And you did it. You really did it.
I didn't cause this.
You participated in it.
Well, you can't take over a meeting like that.
They didn't take over the meeting.
He was asked to leave.
And your oath is, what is your oath to?
That is my oath.
Bullshit, that is not your
That's
oath,
a
and you
violation
know
of what's
it.
going on over here. He needed-
Bullshit. That meeting was in recess.
No, they recessed it because he wouldn't turn off his camera.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Doesn't
rules.
matter.
You don't go into court and chew gum in front of a judge if he asks you not to do it.
Is this a court of law in here?
This is a public meeting.
Exactly.
You don't
That
fill it
is
up.
not a
You don't-
fucking
you don't fill
judge
it
sitting up there. That is a mayor.
I didn't pick this. I'm sitting here.
You got up and you went in there and you fucking
He was told to leave.
participated
He could've-
in that
he could've-
arrest.
He could have walked outside and talked with the chief. He was
You
told to leave.
participated in that arrest.
Yes, I did. That's
I
fine.
had fucking higher hopes for you.
No.
Much higher.
No.
No?
You know what?
Shame on me, right?
You know I'm not what you think.
Shame
is a
on
bad
me,
cop.
right? Just following those fucking orders.
Regan, you're up. You're up.
You want to take that one? Yeah, I need to record myself as I give public comment.
Regan, can you put down your phone, please?
Put it down?
And I recorded this session. If you need to record, you can leave it at the back of the room.
I'm recording my public comment, just like I did last time.
Regan, if you could put the camera at the back of the room, and then you can state your name, your city, or your address.
So you want the phone down? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, what else do you need from me?
So Regan, if you could just state your name, your address, or cross streets, or the city that you reside.
The city that I reside in, Utopia.
We can start the clock. Regan, if you could just state your name, your address, or the city that you reside in.
I just did. So I'm being recognized to speak, correct?
Regan, if you just state the city that you reside in.
Utopia.
Are you to state the city that you reside in?
Utopia.
Regan, go ahead and begin.
Good job, Mayor. That's for you. I got 3 minutes up here, huh? It's a good time. You all proud of yourselves? Tamara, you're so smart. You're so pretty. You're a genius. Sean, Tim, Tina, nice job getting up and walking out. That was awesome. Way to get it done. If anybody in the room doesn't know, they issued a warrant for my arrest for speaking at the public meeting. You see what's going on here in Englewood? They hate the homeless. They hate anyone that's suffering. They hate anyone that has any mental illness issues. They hate them all. They want them gone. And anyone else that dare speak for them or represent them. This is your Englewood. Y'all made it this way. And your voters, they put you up there because they made some bad decisions. Really bad decisions. Tamara, you're so pretty. You lying snake.
I'm clapping. You hear me clapping? I'm clapping for myself and for my brave people, which doesn't include you. You.
Reading your 3 minutes, sir. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Any questions from members of the council?
Yeah, any questions, please?
Thank you very much, Reed.
And that concludes, public comment tonight. I gave a response tonight, so I'll go down, in order. Mr. Borderline, is he still here? Thank you very much for, coming and speaking tonight regarding the park bond and just some of the accessibility items that you'd like for us to consider. I do believe that we give a few free days, but I think that we should be considering them as part of all our park amenities that we provide, so I'm sure that we can take a look at that here in the near future. Ms. Hupka, thank you very much, and bringing to the attention the fact that the hours may be providing an impediment for some of the book club members. I need to get a little bit more information on this. I know that you would like for us to amend the budget here tonight to increase it to at least 8 p.m. in order to provide the. I need a little bit more information in terms of the scheduling of the staff itself, but I obviously want to be able to provide this continued service to the book clubs. So I don't want to make any, decisions without considering the budget and just staff hours and that type of thing. So I'm just going to be asking them for a little bit more information from members of our staff in order to get a full picture of this. But this is something that I'm glad that you brought to our radar, so thank you. Ms. Bailey, thank you very much for coming and speaking tonight. I won't have all the answers for you tonight, but Ms. Bailey, I know that you and I have, I'm not sure if you're still in attendance tonight, but I know we don't see eye to eye on a lot of the items that we have been considering on council, especially around affordability or the infrastructure improvements with stormwater. I know that we try to speak on the issues of the past, but we just don't seem to see eye to eye on those. But no, in terms of affordability and housing, I think this council has been pretty bright that we are looking at all aspects of the city in order to provide more affordability. I know that there were just specific questions that are being brought forth in front of the task force itself, but we do want to consider affordability in all our decisions regarding development. Elizabeth, thank you very much for coming and speaking on the homeless issue. We definitely want to look at the community resources flyer. I know that there's going to be a new document that's going to be provided, so hopefully that clears up some of the incorrect numbers that are on there and just the full scope of our partners that are helping provide services within the city itself. Gary, thank you very much for coming and speaking tonight. I will be asking a question of city staff whether or not all asbestos abatement occurred and proper demolition and cleanup was occurred before any new improvement or building occurred. So I will be asking that of city staff here tonight. Mr. Irwin, thank you very much for coming and speaking again on the traffic calming within the city. This one actually upsets me because this is something that we asked for as part of the development at Five Fields. So I know that we received the response, but I guess we're going to be asking that question again in terms of what it is that we can do in order to make that a safer street. So obviously we received a response and we'll see what else can be done there. So I guess in terms of just a council request, if I could get a little bit more information on that, City Manager Lewis on that aspect. Regarding the
I hate this fucking place. What they do to people. I fucking hate them. So Nicole didn't get to talk tonight because they went ahead and counted the 90 minutes for public comment, even though they were in recess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this is what they do.
Someone's recording, I gotta hide.
Mm-hmm.
They're fear for their lives. Somebody's talking. He doesn't even, they're just sitting there.
I know. I met him on Thursday. You should have seen what they were doing to him on Thursday. Here.
Really?
Yeah, met him out in the parking lot. They were trying to exclude him from the building because he's trying to pay a parking ticket.
Are you serious?
He lives here in Englewood.
Uh-huh.
They know him. They don't like him. And he came in here, and the courts were closed because they close at 4:30. So he went upstairs to ask them why the courts were closed. And they told him upstairs that they didn't want to deal with him. So they called the cops. They called the cops. And I just happened to pull up.
For trying to buy a ticket.
Yeah, trying to pay
I know.
a ticket.
Bunch of little weasels.
It turns out, he told me here, before the meeting started, that he came back the next day. Did you hear him?
Yeah, yeah.
And he wasn't going to come through this. So they came out of the courts and got his ticket and set up his appeal process for him so he could fight the ticket.
Wow. Poor guy.
And Josh didn't speak tonight because,
I had to speak no more.
hmm,
I'll speak next time, whatever that is. But they were clearly trying to stall, trying to intimidate, of course, and all that good stuff. That's okay. I think we got enough good emphasis on the way they are anyway. So the next time I speak, it'll be a little less apprehensive.
Yeah. I forgot my reading glasses, so I fucking lost.
oh,
I'm like squid. I'm never like, oh my God, I'm so lost.
uh-huh. You did good. You did great. You hit on the points that needed to be hit on.
I'm not used to needing reading glasses. This is new to me.
Did your daughter, did she go back in there?
Yeah, she
Oh,
went
did she go
out there for something?
Sorry for
Water.
disappointing you.
F for you.
No disappointment.
F minus forever. Good night. Have a good night. You just fucking arrested a guy. Yeah.
For him, it wasn't a guy. It was just
For nothing.
cattle.
And you're telling me to have a good night. You're not even gonna go with the have a better night?
The ones with the shaved heads are the most
No.
injured.
Because you're not even gonna think twice about what you did, are you?
If they still have hair, there's a chance for them. But
It's not enjoyable, Regan. I wasn't the one that put that spot where it was at.
You got up from your chair and you went and
You helped.
participated.
Well,
It's
gotta
just
make
like
sure that
helping
you guys
them
can get in
out.
there and speak and do what you need to do too. So,
Was there a threat of violence that you needed to get up for?
took over the whole room
No, he didn't. He didn't take over the whole room. He just stood there.
by the chief.
He just stood there.
Who's asking about the chief? He wasn't following
The chief. That is not the chief.
That's what you guys signed up for when you come here. I'm not gonna argue with you. Have a good night. Nobody enjoys this.
Yeah, you do. You do it. You do it for a paycheck.
Nobody enjoys this. This is something that was created by him. Has nothing to
As
do-
him, how about them? How about them? Why do you shift all the blame on us fucking citizens recognizing our constitutional rights? You said that he caused that. No, the city fucking government that you work for caused this. They violated his rights and you helped them do it.
No, I don't believe so. So,
You don't believe so.
I'm not gonna argue about it. I don't believe so.
The Nazis were doing their job too, Regan.
So have a good night, Regan.
I'm not gonna have a good night.
Okay.
Not one of you will not follow orders. You're a gang. You are a fucking gang. And you wonder how you earn disrespect and hate. You don't wonder though, do you?
Not everybody disrespects and hates us, Regan.
No, bootlickers love you.
Call them what you may. You're better than that. You don't need to downgrade it. You want to have a conversation.
Downgrade it?
Have a conversation, but you don't need to call other people names because of what you want to get across. I get it. I understand.
You do understand.
Yes.
So you understand why you earn the hate.
I understand that a lot of people don't probably like what they see through your channel.
Is there something wrong seeing it through my channel? Are we not telling the truth?
Something directed on your side. Like I
Are
said,
we not telling the truth?
I don't know if you are or aren't, but I'm telling you that I had a duty to fulfill, and that's all it was. Nobody took any enjoyment in that. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, they did. 100%. That chick was fucking raring.
Oh, yeah,
to
she
go.
was-
She popped up faster than any
Right.
jackbox I ever seen.
Yeah, she
Are you
was
kidding
loving
me?
it.
She got off so hard on that. It's not even funny.
They're their department go-to
Tell me
gals.
they don't like it. Bullshit. I saw them jump into action. All you gotta say is, "Look, it's an oath to the Constitution." Do you even know the Constitution?
Wow. They don't give a
You,
fuck.
you don't even know what you took an oath to. You took an oath to selling your soul.
Oh, pretty good, you know. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Seen you a bit.
Yeah. Everything good your way? Everything good your way?
Pretty boring.
Yeah.
Boring's good. Right? As I've gotten older, I've learned boring is very good.
Excitement is only fun.
Right?
This place is horrible.
You
Thank
too.
you. Oh, there you are. So they're probably going to issue a warrant for my arrest for something in there. Out here, anywhere, somewhere. Throw shit to the wall, see what sticks. So Nicole's shirt, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face definitely will. But look at you, you're smiling all pretty.
I love that.
What do you,
lunges up the stairs.
Where's exercising?
Yeah.
what do you want people to know? Because you know a lot of people have asked about you and still follow your story, and what do you want them to know?
My daughter.
Hi.
Best thing I've ever. Yeah. She's what makes everything, the world go round, my world go round, you know? And people looking up.
Yeah.
You're never gonna go back.
Yeah.
I guess moral of the story is that there's light through darkness.
We were in a lot of the same spots. Like where my RV was parked. She'd be doing DoorDash.
And like, I don't know, study quantum physics. That's a good one.
Are you studying quantum physics?
A little bit, but not like in school. but,
Oh,
like,
okay. Yeah, I
like
totally love
self-taught.
that. Yeah, you're like right up my alley. I'm such a science nerd.
I love science too.
What were you going to talk about? What were you going to say tonight?
About dicks.
Oh, I wanted to mention just because my recent go around with Dick's again. How
That's
they-
Dick's Towing, you all. I don't know if you guys remember the Dick's Towing story. They took her camper from her over a bullshit arrest here in Englewood, where they literally just beat the hell out of her. And we filed a complaint, and they ignored it. And so she's had another go around with Dick's Towing that contracts with the city of Englewood.
Well, then they didn't have a legal remember the contract at the time that it was void or expired. I wanted to speak on that. This is like, how could they be operating with no contract and let alone screwing the public with picking up their vehicles, charging them for days that they're not open. You're not able to collect your vehicle on the weekends. You know,
And they were going to stick it to your friend
yeah.
For additional
We were
additional
there
fees.
Friday at 5, before 5, and they wouldn't let us get it because they had to close right at 5, even though we were still there.
And his car was towed because of interaction
with the police.
with the Englewood police.
Yep.
Yep. And they like to time those things on Fridays because they know how much damage it causes people, right?
My question is if everything happens for a reason, what's the reason?
I know,
Right.
for that level of suffering. You know what, honey, I was asking that same question today. I was listening to, what's her name that sings that song, What If God Was One of Us? What is that? Who is that?
What if God was
Yeah, If you,
Natalie Imbaglu,
whoever the hell that
something, I
is.
think.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
can't say her name,
I'm
but I
terrible,
think
but I was listening to that song today because it's on my playlist. And it makes me stop and pause every time. And the one question I paused on, what would you say? If you saw him, just a slob like one of us, on the bus, what would you ask? And I would ask why. Why a certain level of human suffering that shouldn't be?
I feel like the reason why, in my own perspective, is you can't have the good without the bad. So the good is, like with quantum physics, the good is as bad. We can't have one without the other, right?
So it has to be.
The yin yang particle.
But I think I just go a little deeper into into the Bible and sin and things that have happened. And, you know, people experience like absolutely horrendous things that they shouldn't be experiencing. If God were to say, I don't like this kind of human suffering.
I feel like with the story of Adam and Eve, God asked them not to go outside of the garden, and they went. With that, we wanted to see duality. Because we didn't know anything else besides what we were surrounded by.
Yeah, and look here now, you know, driving the karma bus, and it's coming full circle. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Just gotta embrace it, in this life, embrace where we're at now and where we'll go.
And we have to be able to stick together. And this is designed to take us down, keep us down,
Yes.
divide and conquer.
Yes.
That's what
very
this is
much,
designed
very
for.
Much,
Right around that corner.
very much.
And all of those pigs that showed up to do what they did to that man. And
They got their body cams on.
Yeah.
Recording, so
Yeah.
they can go up there. Like,
rules for thee, not for me.
yeah. Why does the same rules that apply to you don't apply to me?
It's because this is tyranny. This right here is example of tyrannical government. Right here, in the flesh. And it's a problem. It's a big problem. So,
So much issues with that.
you too are beautiful. Thank you for coming tonight. So we're going to walk outside. We're going to be spending some more time with Nicole. And being able to help her out a little bit more and make sure she stays ahead of the ball game and all those kinds of things. There's Dwight. I don't even talk to Dwight anymore because they're gonna fire me if I do, just like they did to Dave. Hey Dwight, good to see you.
Same here, always.
Yeah. And we got our good friend Josh.
Sorry I disappointed you.
You did not disappoint me. This isn't about me.
No, it's not, but...
You know what it's about.
It's better to make sure you can spread the information than lose it in the system. You know what I mean?
And I'm worried about him, so we're gonna have to figure out.
His information, the report, all the information they can have on it, so we can try and get him some support.
Yeah, we're gonna get him some jail support. Thanks.
That's the best way to make it through jail. I never would have pleaded guilty to the one case I did if I had support.
Have a good one. It was nice meeting you. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're
So
doing well.
we'll watch that jail roster. I would imagine
all is all well and we put on a good I'm a well face.
You should be out in the morning.
Yeah.
It was good to see you
I mean,
and you two together.
they know how
That's
fast
always
information travels.
wonderful.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be happy with it. I'm gonna send it to my sister in Texas. That's what I did with Dave.
Wow.
Wow. You know, Dave's video.
Now you got nothing but
That
time.
clearly was intimidation tactics at its best in Englewood.
He sat there. He let him sit there and record
The whole time.
time.
And when they had no choice but to call one of us, they decide they have to come up with a disturbance
Yep.
to stall it.
You just nailed it. You just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, on the flip side of some things, what I didn't say on the record that I should have said, I got some really good news this past week. I think I talked about it when Robert and I were hanging. The excessive force civil rights lawsuits are going to hit Englewood. So it's good, and it's long overdue, and they're not going to stop. That's the problem, right? So to what point can a handful of people bring awareness to it? I don't know. But the dominoes are going to start falling here, one by one, on these cops. Will they ultimately, at the end of the day, be held accountable? No. Will money get paid and will there be more exposure? Likely. Yeah. So, we'll see. But that was the good news this past week, on top of the let's write another warrant for Reagan news. And so I would imagine they're probably going to write another one. Snarky. If you need evidence of the city actually discouraging speech, Dave, is it from Allied? Yeah. 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 There's a lot more evidence. Truth and reality. George Bokomo, thank you guys for being here. Is Irish still in here? He may have called it a night. Revelations is very clear. Thank you, Dubwebs. Thank you. So, like I said, that guy that got arrested tonight, I met him on Thursday. Remember, I told you before we went into the library meeting that we got delayed. Elizabeth, my data analyst team lead, we got delayed in our little skit prior to the meeting because the cops were right up here in the parking lot when I pulled in, and he had his camera out and he was just letting them have it. So, and he was very firm in what his rights are, and I talked to him a little bit after I recorded the interaction, and I encouraged him to not get himself in a situation where they were going to violate their oath and arrest him. I don't think he had a clue about any of these rules and all this bullshit in here. He walked in, he saw me, he came and talked to me, and he went and sat down. And I certainly wasn't going to go interrupt the meeting with my camera. As you see, the boy band leader, Sierra, made me put my phone down. Wouldn't even allow me to record myself. So, yeah, you know. Kimberly Mitchell, thanks for being in here. You heard me screaming at Dirk Smith about being a killer cop. That's Kimberly Mitchell's story to tell. I'm not going to tell it, but he is a killer cop.
Oh, they made you move from your seat.
So,
So they gave you that, they won't let him, give him a place to sit while he records.
Snarky, the special meeting on the 28th, no idea. I don't know. They do have some special meetings from time to time. Oh, Dope Dog. Yeah, absolutely. Freedom needs all the help she can get, especially now. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. So, freedom is dangerous, live dangerously. And I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I want to make sure that that guy that took that arrest gets. I'm out of words for tonight. So, yeah. My clapping was the best. Yeah. Thanks for watching from Ireland, Mark O'Keefe.
There she is. I didn't see her through the people. Thank you. I was clapping in sign language. This is clapping. I was doing this. Yeah.
I was gonna go up there and report yeah, they waited until
I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. Just have a little chat here and yeah, Aaron, I'm sure my blood pressure was through the roof there for a short amount of time. Ditto that, Kimberly.
I just did too.
You guys have a good night.
She tried to leave, but she ran out the door.
Why does it keep migrating?
Yeah. 24 years ago, we were in a red light at 60 Havana.
Yeah.
Are you doing
Slap on the wrist.